There are a few pieces of software you'll need for this course. For Splunk itself, we're going to use a free trial of Splunk Enterprise. So go to splunk.com and click on Free Splunk. And you'll need to set up an account on splunk.com in order to download this, but that's also free. I've already logged into my account. So click Free Splunk. They're currently promoting a Splunk Cloud trial, which is not what we actually want for this course. So you want to click on Free Trials and Downloads. Again, they're still promoting this. Scroll down to Splunk Enterprise and select Free Trial. Now, I'm running Windows, so I'll install the Windows version. There are also versions for Linux and a couple distributions, and for Mac OS. But currently the Mac OS version only supports Intel Silicon. So I'll start my download. And I've already downloaded it, so I'll just click Cancel. While that's downloading, you'll also need to install Python 3.8 or newer if you don't already have it. So you can just go to python.org and click Downloads, and there should be a version for your operating system. In a later chapter in this course, there are some optional exercises that require running multiple virtual machines. I'll be using a tool called Multipass for this, but you can use whatever tool is most convenient for you, or just skip the hands-on portion of that chapter. Once your Splunk download is done, you can run the installer. This will look a little different on different operating systems, but it's a pretty straightforward process. We need to accept the license agreement, and we can accept the defaults. We don't need to say customize. So we'll click Next. And we'll need to create an administrator account for our Splunk instance. And this is not a user account on your system. This is actually just a Splunk account. I'll say admin for the username and make up a password. And I'll click Install. You may be prompted for administrator access like this, so I'll say yes to that. The installer can take a little while. Once that's done, we can accept this checkbox to launch the browser with Splunk Enterprise and just click Finish. And that should open up another browser tab. I'll close the first one. And the URL here is actually the local loopback address of my machine that I'm working on. So it's just running on my own laptop here. We'll say admin, put in our password. They currently have a pop-up here about how they collect data, and it looks like you can turn that off if you need to. I don't really mind, so I'll just say got it. And here's our Splunk Enterprise server installed. The Splunk interface is organized by what are called apps, and each app corresponds to a feature pane of the program. So by default, the home app is what's installed. This is the home app that we're looking at. This is really just the default homepage, but it has a few handy features here that we'll explore more in depth. Before moving on, feel free to poke around in the interface a bit. There are some product tours and some other things available. And there's also a link here to the Splunk docs if you want to bookmark that.